We're rolling here. What's up, Darren?
Hey, what's up, Sky? How you doing, man?
And I'm doing great, dude. It's exciting to be here on the air with you because it was a week ago today that we were Google Hangout talking about, I don't even remember what the topic was, SEO something, and we're like, man, we should just be broadcasting this conversation because people want to know this kind of stuff, and it'd be cool to just have it rolling in the background.
Yeah, man. Yeah, yeah. It seems like we both we found out about it was like we're in a mutual SEO group, right? And I guess something came up where I mentioned something about coffee, or you might have said something about coffee, and
Dude,
I was
I
like,
meant, and now that you say that, I totally meant to look that up this week because it was like, I want to say that I posted something and I was like, I need a testing ground to project, and these are the three topics that I just want to talk more about anyway. And coffee, I think was like the first one that I put on there.
uh-huh.
And then you like, you made a comment about, yeah, coffee something, and then I like realized that you already had this online coffee empire going, and I was like, oh, this is definitely the guy I need to
Empire,
talk to.
empire. It's such a strong word, man. Empire.
Well,
Maybe I
okay,
got
but
fiefdom.
you're selling your own beans, so
A
it wasn't
fiefdom
like
is what I have. A coffee fiefdom.
I don't want people thinking that it's just like a blog post where you mention coffee. It's like you've got an e-commerce site, you're selling beans, you're roasting beans,
Yeah.
you're doing coffee stuff, not just SEO and drinking coffee.
Right. Yeah. No, I literally do coffee stuff. So yeah, that's what I want to call it. Yeah, I do coffee stuff. I have a coffee roastery. I've been roasting coffee now for the past 8 years.
That
So
that
yeah,
is awesome.
yeah, for the past 8 years. So you drinking some, man, or
Dude, you know what I'm drinking this morning?
which one?
Boom. Right there.
Bandingo Warrior. My wife named that, man.
Dude, it's delicious too.
Yeah, right on, man.
I just got
Yeah.
it in the mail fresh yesterday. Imagine that. The
Woo.
timing.
Yeah. Who would have thought?
Yeah, we talked about doing this a week ago today, and then magically these beans
Magic bean. Poof.
show up just yeah. You've been roasting for how many years?
About 8 years now, man. So yeah, officially, well, maybe even a little longer, man. Maybe even 11 years.
See,
Yeah, eight, 9 years.
I've only been a coffee snob for about 3 years.
Oh wow, okay. Well, I try to do it. The snobbery, even though I would fit the bill of somebody who's in the coffee business. I have the glasses, I got the tattoos, you know,
Well, you got coffee related tattoos or just tattoos in general?
just a bunch of tattoos, man. So,
Okay.
so I'm somebody you probably would expect when you see a coffee shop. But yeah, I'm the kind of that was my whole thing is well, my whole motto at Darren's Coffee is everyone deserves to drink great coffee.
Mm,
So no matter what, if somebody came in, I don't care who they were, we took them down to the base level. So like
nice.
we didn't even do pour overs.
You didn't do pour
No, I
overs?
didn't do pour overs, man, because people felt it was pretentious.
Ah,
So and I was like,
well,
I don't want people to feel like I don't want anybody to feel out of place. And I
I
guess some people feel out of place were people who want to pour overs.
dude, I love my Chemex.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
didn't
give it
this
a cup
morning.
of
This
coffee.
morning I brewed this in a coffee, like a Cuisinart coffee machine. But I typically I use a Chemex, so I'm in that. But that was after using a French
I
press
mean,
for
not
like
to
two.
not,
I
not to say there's something wrong with that.
No. I know. I'm just letting you know and letting our audience, our massive numbers of people, since we haven't told anybody that we're even live right now. I'm sure there's a ton of people watching this, but but
Yeah.
but like yeah, I did a French press for like 2.5 years or 2 years, and then finally got a Chemex after all these other coffee people telling me like, dude, you got to get a Chemex. So like, all right, fine, I'll get one, and they were absolutely right.
Yeah. Oh wow. Yeah. This is what I loaned a buddy my Chemex, man, 3 years ago. So I need to. It's like the guy that you loan your lawnmower to.
Yeah.
You got to go borrow it back. So I think that's what I need to do is borrow my Chemex back.
Dude, I don't know how you like. I was at the like I travel with I'll take an AeroPress. I used to travel with my French press, but then I would take my AeroPress if depending on the situation.
Yeah,
I mean,
my lawyer says God uses an AeroPress.
oh yeah,
Yeah, AeroPress makes a good cup of coffee.
I probably used an AeroPress every. So it was like 4 Hour Chef. When I don't know if you read that book, but in there he talks about using the AeroPress. So
Oh
I think I
wow.
used the AeroPress for like a good 6 months
Yeah.
when I started like grinding my beans in the morning myself and all that stuff. And then about, I don't know, 6 months later, I got the French press mainly because I was making 2 rounds of AeroPress. And like, why don't I just use a French press?
Mm-hmm.
And then stayed French press for a couple years. I could probably go back through my like Instagram and actually identify timeline wise of when I like, made my
Based on
moves
brewing
from
methods.
yeah, my brewing methods history, like through Instagram or whatever.
Oh wow. Yeah, man. Yeah, it's yeah, coffee's cool, man. The AeroPress, man, was invented by a guy who basically like played like designs frisbees.
Yeah, the arrow
Hey,
disc thing.
yeah, man. That's crazy. It's the craziest thing, right? And how
Yeah,
you got this whole culture, this whole coffee culture that's kind of spun up around someone a guy who invented frisbee or who designed frisbees.
yeah. The inventor mind just like never stops looking at like everything. Like, oh, I can make a
It's like,
better coffee
oh,
maker.
man, I bet this can make a great cup of coffee. Wow, the mind of coffee drinkers. I
Oh.
you got that cowboy coffee. I've had that before.
Oh, where you do the egg and it like pulls the grinds out? Is that?
No, man, so use a hammer and a sock, man.
Well, I'm thinking of something
Yeah,
different.
yeah,
Then.
man. Like, yeah, use a hammer and sock, man. You just stick it in some hot water and let it steep, man.
What is he? All right, so you bust the beans inside a sock and then you just dip the sock into the hot
Yeah,
water?
exactly. Yeah,
Oh my god.
yeah.
I've never heard of that.
That's vacation out in the woods, cowboy coffee, man.
Dude, I've heard of I think it was called cowboy coffee where you just pour the grounds into the water and
Uh-huh.
boil it and then you crack an egg into the water and then let the egg like, filter all the coffee beans will like, be
Oh
congealed
wow,
in the egg. So then you throw the egg away. But
wow.
when you take the egg out of the water, it like, extracts all the grinds
Huh.
or grounds out.
I'm gonna try that today, man. I want to see how that works, man. So
It's like,
see if you're full of shit or not, man. And see if it works, man.
I think I only saw like images, like photos. I did not see a YouTube video, so it might have been one of those like, "Hey, let's just put this out here and see how many people are dumb enough to actually try it."
Like you got that guy who does stuff, and all of a sudden he makes things appear out of out of this clear roof sky. You know what I'm talking about? Those YouTube, like, man, how did he do that, man? Is that magic, man? That guy's floating. David Blaine, the coffee invented that, man.
Seriously, okay, okay. Sorry, this is the
No, no
client that I
problem.
said might be hitting me.
Okay, no problem.
Well,
Yeah.
all right.
You want to deal with them?
We're already talking more coffee than we are SEO, which is what we
Yeah.
were talking about. If we did an SEO show, we'd be tempted to just start talking about coffee the whole time.
Get off on a coffee tangent, man. There you go. So yeah,
uh,
what we were
what,
talking about, like, so with SEO, let's kind of go
yeah,
to the SEO world now. One of the things that we were talking about is the purpose of this show is, we got two guys who love coffee and also apparently love SEO, and we wanted to share that love. We wanted to share that love across the board with everybody, with the world. So, and we were going to do this through a journey. We're going to kind of editorialize this, through a journey as we build a site and a certain kind of site. And as we go along, we're just going to kind of, I guess, make this up as we go along. But the initial goal really is to kind of show people give people glimpses into the SEO world.
yeah.
And I would think that we're going to kind of do it at a base level. make it understandable. We're on the same page.
Absolutely, man. Like, yeah, just there's so many. Well, and what we were talking about doing for this first show, time permitting, which we've got. Let's see. I don't know. We were talking about our shows being an hour, but now that we've been brainstorming for the past week, it seemed like our first show needed to be about 5 hours, and we don't have 5 hours, so it's not going to be 5 hours. but but at least like, but at least like a couple hours, and there's so much information on how to do one thing here or there, and piecing that all together, and everything just gets overwhelming really quick. So what we're saying for this first one is like, um, going through the process start to finish. And we thought what we're also, just to give like on a very meta context for those that are into digital marketing and care about this stuff more than just what's meets the eye, is like, we're trying to figure out the SEO topics and processes that would be valuable to the most amount of people. And then they can pick through those components to either their skill level or knowledge level as to where they extract something valuable. But at the same time, it's SEO is becoming more like there's a lot of technical stuff that we'll talk about, but it's also becoming an art form, and you just need to like start playing with this stuff and experimenting with this stuff, and seeing it all the way through is very beneficial. So so we were thinking like, identify valuable traffic. How do we identify valuable traffic? How do we create pages to rank for said valuable traffic? And then the process of what it takes to publish that page going after that valuable traffic. And then, okay, well, you could do that for any and every niche, market, niche, whatever you want to call it. But we were thinking to make it mass appeal, broad appeal, most valuable. It's like we find some kind of pay per click, pay per call offer. And that would be the fastest to monetize too, and fastest to like show results. And this pay per click and pay per call is like, people have an offering and they're willing to pay you to get people to find out about that offering. So the pay per call, you get a phone number, you put a phone number on your website. Everybody that calls that, and then it depends on the offer, but if they stay on the phone for 30 seconds or stay on the phone for a minute, then you are compensated for bringing them that. It's online lead generation. It's nothing new. People ran lead generation and classified ads for years and years. It's just the internet now. It's on the internet. Yeah. So we were talking about, and you already have an account where you have access to these offers. So I'm going to go ahead and just kind of jot this Google sheet. So we look at offers, decide on offer. Then we look at ranking for offer. And then we create content to rank for that offer. Okay. And then so you were gonna look at some opportunities you had. We pick one. We go through all the research, keyword research. What are the search terms we go for? What do we got to do to go for those search terms? And then we're going to go through the process of creating the content for that page, which I think people will find amazingly fascinating because it's not what you'd imagine. It's not what you'd expect. And then we publish that stuff, and then we show the analytics and stuff in the background, like, hey, we got this many calls through, and Darren got a check for this much money after whatever it is, a week, a month, 3 months, 6 months. Just, we're doing this show like just to give a lot more transparency, because you've got a lot of stuff you see online. People don't want to tell you the website for a lot of reasons. There's negative SEO, but at the same time, if you put a website out there and people are going to look at it just to see what it is, then you're totally messing up your conversion rates and totally messing up your tracking as to like your actual customer looking at it. So we are just like, hey, these sites are for demonstration purposes only, with the possibility of monetization.
Yeah.
So that's the quick rundown of what hours of texting and
Yeah.
brainstorming that's been going on for the past week.
Okay. Yeah, man. Sounds about right to me, man. Sounds about right to me.
You want to take it and like look through the offers, or have you already picked some and just tell people like, hey, here's how this works, and this is what we're going to use?
Should I give me screen share kind of the offers that are there and go through that? You think that's best?
I mean, I think as much as you're
Okay.
you're able and willing to show would
Yeah, man.
be best. Do I need to do something to give you?
No,
Can
I
you
can
just
share. Yeah, I can
okay?
grab it. My
Because I've only
did it.
done these
Okay.
lives myself. I haven't had a co-host yet.
Oh shit. All right. Let me go and grab it, share real quick, and then we can go from there. So let's see. Screen share. Oops. Share. Boom.
All right.
Through the window. Right on. Okay. So what we're looking at are a bunch of offers. These are some either pay per call. Well, really, they're primarily pay per call offers. So as you can see, some of them are they pay just a base amount based on the call. Then there's others that pay based on the type of call. As an example, let me see. Let me kind of scroll through this. We have home services. Let me see. We have emergency water damage. Let me kind of go through one that says we're like up to okay. So here you go. Right here, my HVC now a variable rate. So that means it could be if someone could call for, it's kind of based on what the call is for. So if somebody would call for let's say, I don't know, man, to get a new solenoid switch or something put into their HVAC unit or some sort of service and some sort of service. Um, it's really based on the value of that overall service that somebody's going to going to receive from this advertiser. So I like to say we're like a publisher in a newspaper. So we have the person that we go out and find that wants to drive an ad, and then we publish the ad on our website. And then when somebody comes into our website, we get paid on that ad. So that's kind of the base rate of what this is all about. Um, so there are different kind of offers that are there, and there's some that are very appealing, particularly right now, based on the type of offers that they are. Um, so, and I think that for this, just for this exercise and kind of this whole site, it should be um, we should do something where it's just a per call. So there's a flat rate. There's no real variation to it. So somebody calls, like the phone rings, somebody picks it up, they talk for 30 seconds, and boom, we get paid for it. Just that simple. I don't like any real kind of variations to that. So what do you think about that?
Yeah, I think especially for like where we start, the least amount of moving pieces, the better.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
like keeping
Yeah.
it as simple as possible.
Yeah. Cool, man. So I think that it's kind of like in the law of economics, you got law of supply and demand, right? So the more difficult something is to rank for or to provide, the higher the price is going to be, and the less difficult, the cheaper things are going to be because there's more access to it. So I'd like to go for something because we're going to be doing something from a brand new domain. I'd like to do something that's going to pay a lower amount per call. That means that there's going to be a higher opportunity, more keywords for us to try to rank for. Um, there's going to be a lot of opportunity for a brand new site to make some money. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I love the brand new site too, because then we haven't found some magic old site with tons of traffic just waiting to be
Yeah, yeah.
monetized.
We're going from zero to a million real quick. Like, whoa, these guys are cheating, man. What's up? What happened?
Yeah,
So, you there?
yeah. I
Okay.
just I just I just keep on hitting my mute button so that
Okay.
there's no back and.
Those
Just
sipping sound and when you sipping the coffee in
dude,
the back.
when I turned my camera off for a second, it was so I could run and grab a
Oh,
refill.
that's it. That's why I keep it right
A,
there next to you, man.
a refill of these beans, by the way, just in case anybody was wondering there.
Wow, that's awesome, man. That's awesome. All right, so let's kind of looking through the offers that are here. Obviously, this would be this one right here in a perfect world. The security systems offer paying $560 a call. That'd be great, but at $560 per call, it lets me know that it's going to be something that's going to be more difficult to rank for. Otherwise, somebody wouldn't pay. They wouldn't pay that much for it.
Hey, so let me ask you this, because you have more experience in the like those numbers that are crazy high. Like, does that mean it's resulting in a sale, or is that a 1 minute conversation and it's just that hard to get somebody to call?
Well, it's that type of conversation. So it's a type of conversation. So let's say it's they may have a qualified prospect. So that's why they usually say a qualified call, because if there's if let's say there's a wrong number, because wrong numbers happen, they don't want
Yeah.
to pay based on just a wrong number. And so every call may have a certain type of sale value with it, and that's how they associate it. Usually, there's some sort of push button, some sort of IVR, where if let's say you ever use the phone where it says if you have this kind of emergency, press 1. If you have
Yeah.
that kind of emergency, press 2. So that's kind of what drives the per call, this number. Why it says this up to number.
Uh-huh.
So everything up to the up to has a certain kind of value that's associated with. So if they
So
put
the ones that are $500 isn't a typo. It's like if you genuinely send someone that's like genuinely interest like a valuable lead,
yeah,
they'll pay you $500.
exactly,
All right,
exactly.
that might be one that we want to look at.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But then you got to think, it's like, okay, I mean, you got to think, it's like, all right, well, so if somebody wants to pay that, then how difficult are things going to be to how high is that fruit of the tree going to be?
So I would raise the question. We are in a community of other SEOs, and we are getting amazing results right now. So
Okay.
when you say how hard is that, that it's like if you're following Neil Patel's if you're following Neil Patel's process, then maybe it is that hard.
Yeah,
And I hope that's the baseline, the Neil
yeah,
Patel content.
yeah. Yeah, exactly, exactly. So, let me see. So, what are you thinking, man? I mean, you want to try to go for something that's just a per call, like this phone a psychic. Somebody wants to call a psychic and get paid, or do you want to
I,
go here for the security systems? Um,
man, I would probably I don't know. I'm thinking the middle of the road kind of stuff. So something that's like we could actually get some cash flow in, right? If
okay.
we're getting a call a day
Yeah.
or whatever that is. And that's the thing that I'm interested in, because I've done local lead generation, right? Where it's like a working with a business that wants calls for this, these particular services and stuff like that. But that's just me like sending them directly to the business. I haven't gotten into this space yet, so I'm just as interested in the call, click per or pay per call stuff as anyone else watching this.
Okay.
So like based off your experience, like that psychic thing or
Yeah.
the home services I find interesting, because I've already got experience in ranking locally in those things. So it could be that I could my experience could help there. So I guess not the crazy challenging, but the middle of the
Middle of the road.
middle of
Okay.
the road thing that to
All
you
right.
seems achievable. And
Okay. All right. Cool. Great. Let me take a look. Let's see what we got here. Let's say electricians drive with Lyft. So somebody wants a career. That's a good one. A lot of people are driving with Uber. That's like that's a big thing right now. I know a bunch of people who drive for Amazon and things like that. So that'd be a good one to look at possibly. Let me see. Bonus psychic, hearing systems, waterproofing, car donation services. Oh, that's doing something good. And it's $10 a call. So somebody wants to donate their car. Boom. That'd be a good one. So let me kind of think for a second. Now let's.
I'm muted. Yeah, yeah. Just kind of. Yeah, I think it's. Keep talking out loud because I'm finding it interesting too.
Okay. All right, right on. So I was kind of looking, and I know that we got some stuff where a lot of these home services are pretty much all of these are based on zip code. They're zip code based. So where they're national, they're national programs. So if somebody's in Florida or Nebraska or wherever, that's also gonna drive the how much the per call is going to be, because certain places are going to have a certain type of call is going to be more valuable. If some things are going to be routine. So, and let's say like in Florida, I there's not going to be too many flooded basements because there's not too many people going to have basements. So if someone were to have a flooded basement in Florida, then of course the value of that call would be a lot higher because there's not as many people that have it. Whereas in a place like Nebraska, I'm sure they do have basements. So a flooded basement with a sump pump is something to probably run of the mill. It happens all the time. So I'm looking. Let's see. Student loan consolidation. That's qualified call. See, I want per call. I don't want a qualified call.
That's also another thing to raise. Like, should we find something national or should we find something state level? And if we find something this gets into like keyword research, I guess. But if we find something national, do we still try to rank it locally? I saw a quote today, actually, like retweeted it or whatever, that at some conference a Google representative said 46% of searches have local intent. So if you were curious, hold on a second, I gotta take this quick call. Sorry.
Okay. So with searches that have local intent, let's look at something like, maybe window treatments. Hold on a second. Let's go through reverse mortgage, landscaping now. That's probably not going to be a good time right now because it's going to be winter in just a second. So that's not going to be a good one. True Green lawn care. That's spring. Something I'd expect for spring. HVAC now. I like this HVAC now because if this is like a break fix. So if something's broken, somebody's going to call and say, I need to get this fixed immediately. If your furnace is broken in the wintertime, you're going to make that call immediately. A lot of people are getting tune-ups for their HVAC system now.
I like that too.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you why. I was talking with a guy that showed. So I'll host meetups in the Memphis area for people to come to, and a guy came and was asking about HVAC in Arlington. Arlington's like a suburb of the Memphis area, and so we threw up a little test page, and now this makes me wonder, like, where it is in the rankings. But I just did a blog post on dropthestrap.com that was optimized for HVAC Arlington, and at the time it got to page 2, like, a few days or something.
Okay.
So that HVAC, if that one looks good to you, let's
go with that one. My HVAC now. So let me click on it, and it's going to take us to. Let me I'll log in. Use my login credentials. So I'm going to kind of close the screen out for a second. So the world doesn't know my password. No,
man, check out LastPass, man. It remembers all your passwords and keeps all that invisible.
You are not the first person that's told me that.
I finally gave in after I don't know how long, over a year at least, of people telling me to use it, and finally gave in, and it's life changing.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Cool. All right. Let me go to campaigns, and we're going to look at one of the with the campaign. So let me go ahead and go back to sharing my screen.
All right, so we talked coffee and found an offer in 30 minutes.
Look at that, man. We're flying. Boom. What do you know, man? What do you know? All right, so as you can see, this is like a towing. This is one of the things I have. I have a towing website. We've got 1,000 calls so far. So we're cooking on calls, man.
Well, I'm not looking at the screen. Let me. Okay, go back.
Yeah, this is a towing site that I have for this month. We've got 1,000 calls so far this month, and it's like it's a break fix. So if something's broken, people want to call and they want to get it immediate fixed.
Is
Immediate fix.
that 543?
Yeah,
All
543,
right.
75. Yeah. And it's like my average is higher than the network. So looks like all in all, this SEO thing is working.
Wait, so how often is that payout? Because I know people are like wanting to know what all that means. So how often, like, how much time did it take you to build up $500 on that?
It probably took me maybe a few months. It took me a few months in order to really build out the site because it was a learning process as well. So, and that's kind of the purpose of this thing is so we can shorten the learning curve, of someone else, and that's valuable. That's something valuable in itself because how much is your time worth? So,
Yep.
yeah, this is a way to shorten the learning curve on the on the time I took, the couple of months I took to get it up to $543 a month, and month still going, it's kind of still going. Yeah, it's a good thing. So, yeah.
And then, all right, another quick question. You don't have to go too detailed, but is that ranking nationally, or did you find like local markets that you're ranking in that?
This literally is in the Indianapolis market. So yeah, this is just towing in the Indianapolis market. So let's say, for instance, I decided to take this towing website, and I started to rank pages that are outside of Indianapolis, that are outside the Indianapolis area. So let's say I decided to start ranking some for Boston or Chicago or wherever. Then obviously we would see this number go up, and that's a good idea. I may start to do that now. Now that I kind of got it figured out.
Yeah, cool.
So let's see, we got mow removal, file order now. Let's go. Let's see.
And just to give some people some additional context, I have applied for a account with these folks. I have a call with them later today to continue the screening process
Yeah.
to get approval.
This is an interesting one right here. I just saw it. Biohazard trauma and scene cleanup. Talk about a break fix. So anyway.
Dude, what kind of stock images do you use on that? Like pictures of crime scenes? Like,
oh wow. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So we're looking at HVAC. Kind of going through debt relief, book my flights. My HVAC now, $21. My HVAC now, targeted zips. So this is where we actually can target a zip code, which would be, I like that, man. We both said at the same time, ooh.
yeah. Wait, so does that means they provide you with zip codes to target, or what is that?
Exactly. So they say, we want HVAC calls in this area. So,
dude, I don't know. I mean, does that make it easier or harder?
we're SEOs, man. So
to me, it makes it easier to identify where the opportunities are, where it's less competitive.
Yep. Okay. Well, let's go and click on this one, man. Let's see what the whole requirements are. So,
can you bump your zoom in once on your browser to make the font just slightly bigger?
Oh, is that it? No. Is that it? Did I do the right one?
Well, that's
No, I don't know what
clearer
that is.
than that font's clearer than
Okay.
the previous one.
All right, let's see. You have to forgive me, man. It's Firefox, man. So.
Oh yeah, I don't know how to do anything in Firefox. I'm a Chrome browser user.
Let's see.
With Chrome, it's up in the to the right of the URL. It's in that stuff in the address bar.
Right. Yeah. So here though. Let's see. No.
Maybe in that menu, hamburger menu in the top right.
Right here.
Yeah.
Here. That's sidebars. Right.
The hamburger, the 3 lines.
Oh, okay. That's what it's called, man. The hamburger.
Yeah. And then is there like a zoom?
Boom. Okay. How's that?
Yeah. Nice. Better. Thanks.
Oh, wait, it's
Oh, now it's super clear.
yeah. How about there? Is that good?
Yeah, that's good. Thank
All right,
you.
cool. All right. This is again, it's kind of really descriptive. A description of this campaigns look for callers who'd like to be connected with qualified experts who are all things heating, ventilation, and air conditioning. So this can go year round. So
Cool.
these are some of the compliance required. This is some requirements. So no call center traffic, no lead form traffic, no offline traffic, no SMS. So that's text message things, no email. So what kind of email campaign, etc. And it's giving us the zip codes to target. So let's look and see what zip codes it would actually have us targeting. Let's see. Okay. Give me just a second. I'm gonna pull it up, man.
Cool.
You know what's funny about the zip codes is how I'm probably gonna know a lot of these zip codes, or I'll know them. Is I used to work for UPS as a sorter, and I had to know every zip code in the nation.
Dude, yeah. That's awesome.
So
You need,
yeah,
you
it's
need to
kind of
go on like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire or something. Like the final question be like a zip code question. You're like, oh, I got it.
like, oh, yeah, like Paducah, Kentucky. Yeah, no problem.
I had a college like chemistry teacher, and he used to drive 18 wheelers. So one of his talents, stupid party tricks or whatever, was like he would just be like, "Give me 2 cities, just any 2 cities in the nation," and then like people would yell him out, and then he'd tell you the interstates. Like, oh, you'd get on 85, you take it, like he would just do it like all the way across the nation, like how you would get to
Wow. Okay.
him.
Wow. All right, man. So I'm looking. This is. Hold on. Let me. This is just as I look. I'm seeing California, Mississippi. So there's something I hate when this does this, man. So hold on a second.
Man, you can just, I don't know if you just want to pull some, just to summarize or whatever. Like I could look at them at the same time you look at them, or
Okay. All right,
you want
cool.
me to look at a few while you're looking at a few or something like that.
Well, it's just, let me see. It's just really, it's showing across the board, man, a bunch of them. I just wanted to I wanted to see just in general what was out there. What zip codes are there. So to see if there are a lot of them. So let me see, zoom on.
Man, you would think wherever that list was coming from, they could throw a city and state next to it.
Yeah, exactly. So
Would it be
let's see,
that hard?
800, this Utah. It wouldn't be. It really wouldn't be. 900, that's California. So that's California. I know that from 90210.
Yeah.
Then we have this is Oregon right here, 97, Oregon and Washington. So yeah, man. I mean, these are good areas. Mississippi, 600. Then you got 300s, 27. So really, man, this is
Dude,
looks like this
give me a Memphis one so I can optimize one for Memphis. If you
okay.
see any in there. Memphis or South Haven, Mississippi, or North Mississippi
What's
stuff.
Memphis? What's Memphis? Give me a Memphis.
38103, 38017,
Let's see.
38. There's
All right. There's no Memphis there, man.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm going to see 334.
What about Nashville? I don't even know what Nashville is off the top of my head, but something in Tennessee.
All right.
We don't even have to do it that way. I was just thinking it'd be
Okay. I mean, it'd be fun
interesting.
though. I mean, it'd be fun to say, when we're doing this, if you're if you're in Nashville and you need a HVAC person, then this is where you go. So, what's this
Oh,
Nashville zip code? Nashville.
I've got a list of 370 zip codes in the state of Tennessee.
So 37 would be Nashville.
Yeah.
Oh. So
Three
yeah, so you see
seven
it
yeah,
jumps from
370 anything looks like it's a Tennessee.
yeah,
So
and
if
we
you
got
if you could pull out any of those, is there 370 anything?
nope.
Nope. Okay.
Yeah, there's no need
Oh,
there. There's no
oh
need for
well.
HVAC services in Tennessee.
Oh, we're all good. We don't need any services.
You're in the sweet spot.
What
It's got
about
Ohio.
let's see. I don't know. What do you think's the best approach for this? Do we look at it by state? Like, are there any like for Georgia, Arkansas,
Well,
Missouri?
Georgia's 303, right? So
I don't
let's see. Georgia. Yeah, 300 is Georgia. So let's see. Nope, no Georgia. Let's go like Ohio. Ohio zip codes. Ohio zip. I'm thinking. I see. It looks like I see some Ohio zip codes in here. So it'd be 43430. Yeah, 43. Starting at 430.
You see any 350,
Nope.
351?
Nope. 341. Let's see.
35 anything? Hold on a second. I gotta take this here.
Okay. I see 44017. This is Cincinnati. Cincinnati, Ohio. So let's see. 44017. Yes, Cuyahoga County. Strongville. So let me see. Strongville, Ohio. Middleburg Heights. Berea, Ohio. That's it looks like that's Cincinnati. Cuyahoga County is Cincinnati, I believe. See here.
All right, we just wanna roll with that. We can make a
Yeah, man.
360.
No, Cleveland. That's Cleveland, Ohio. Cleveland rocks.
That's what I hear.
All right, yeah.
I've been there. I went there for a concert. We went through the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame or whatever.
Right on. Okay. All right, so let's go. Yeah, we're gonna be basically Cleveland.
Okay.
All right, cool, man. So we found an area that we're going to target for this particular program, and now we've done that. Now we need to apply to the program. So let's take a look at. I'm going to pull this back up again. I need to close out some of my browser windows, man. I got a bunch of them open.
I rebooted my machine just before we got on here, just for that, like clear up my computer resources. I had all kinds of tabs and everything open.
Yeah. All right. See, this is the fun part.
All right, so we have decided on Cleveland HVAC
Mm-hmm.
as our offer here.
Okay. This stuff's still moving. It's moving kind of. It's thinking.
That's you applying for the offer. Is that
Yeah.
what it's
Yeah.
thinking about?
Yeah. Well, it's. I'm just getting to the point where I can apply for the offer. So let me see. And I'm not sharing screens with them.
No, but that's fine. If it, if there's nothing to show, then don't worry about
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. It's really not.
I was pulling up keyword planner to do a quick SEO value report.
Okay. So while you doing, I'm doing that, man. Why don't you go ahead and go, kind of talk through that.
All
Piece.
right. Let me I'm also attempting to take some show notes on the fly so that no one has to go back and watch this whole thing and take show notes.
Okay.
All right, let me do my screen share. All right, so here are our amazing show notes. All right, so we decided on the offer. We're doing Cleveland HVAC.
Mm-hmm.
And copy this. And all right, so here we are in Keyword Planner. We're going to do, I'm just taking guesses here on this.
That's like the dog barking in the background.
Yeah, I know. We got to just kind of sit through it. All right, there we go. Cleveland. Okay, so we'll do this DMA. So there's 6 million people. Let me remove Memphis. And then hide that. Save that. We might want to make it extend more. I don't know. But this is all right. So just showing the things here. We've got Cleveland HVAC services, but I've changed the location to the Cleveland metro area or whatever that it goes beyond the actual like zip code or city limits. And then with this, I'm doing the last 12 months, and we'll just download the keyword ideas here.
Okay.
And so then we will open this, and my Excel has been draining. So if it cuts my processor out, then I'll be back. Let's go ahead and delete this. And then we are just looking at the maximum searches because we want to get excited about the numbers, not disappointed. We're going to remove that and go ahead and just take all that stuff out. Is this big enough to read, or do I need to?
Okay.
Are you able to see kind of like what's on my screen, or do I need to make it bigger?
Now my screen is gone, man. Now I'm thinking. So sorry.
That's all right.
I was applying.
I'll just say what these are.
Yeah,
okay, so we've got
go a little bit larger. Go a little bit larger, and we're good to go.
Okay. Oh wait, I don't know what I want to do. Man, I've never made the thing bigger inside. Let me see if I just kick the font up, which I don't even know where that is.
Yeah,
Oh, this is
Zoom. You go back to Zoom.
And you I could type it in. Okay, I just saw either 100 or 200. So
yeah.
There we go. Okay, is that it? Are you able to read that all right?
Yep. There you go. That's good.
All right, awesome. So then we'll do an SEO value, and then I do a little notes column over here. And then what I'm going to do is select all the values. all the cells with values, and I'm going to do Control T. Just going to turn this into a table. And then coming in here, I am going to select the blanks. And this is something I do, so who knows if Darren even looks at these. I'll do 0.3 zeros and a 1 and populate all the, so it's less than a penny for these search terms that Google doesn't give bids on.
Okay.
And the reason I do that is because of our calculation. If you don't do that, then some of these will outrank some that people are actually bidding on. All right, we're going to do product, and then we're going to do B2, D2.
B2, D2.
Oh, whoops. I got my filter on here. Let's do select all. Okay. All right. Product, which product is just multiplying. B2, B2. I didn't do save as we want HVAC, SEO value. I'll save that. And now we are in a Excel file. So let me try this again to see if it'll populate the entire column. Product B2, D2. Ah, man, of course, when you're going live, it just never works how it always works when you're not live, right?
Right.
Somehow, usually when I put that in there, it just does the whole column.
Yeah.
But whatever.
Today,
live TV is not going to be so easy. Okay. So here's what's going on with all this now. All right. We have our search terms here. We have the max search volume per month average. This competition thing, don't pay too much attention to it for what we're doing right now. Top of page bid. So this is like, what is the most people are bidding on, HVAC Cleveland, $16.10. HVAC service, $22.54. This tool is a great way for business owners to figure out what exactly their customers are searching for, because it could be that you're convinced everyone searches for air conditioning repair, or that's air condition repair, which is probably like a typo. But then you come in here and be like, and you discover that the stuff you assumed they were searching for is less than what they're actually searching for. And that stuff changes over time too. Okay. And the best example of that is if you're going after lawyer stuff in your city, the biggest question is, do people search for lawyer or do they search for attorney? And the SEO answer to that is it doesn't matter. Go by the search volume, and that's what you decide on doing. So we're going to sort this from largest to smallest, and we'll get you some. Let's get you some snazzy visuals so the information looks more.
Oh, look at that.
More powerful. Like you add this, and then people are like, "Ooh, valuable information." Okay, so going off of this, and keep in mind we've got something called searcher intent. So some of these searches are in a situation where they want to talk to someone immediately, which is the kind of traffic we want because they're going to click the call to talk to someone immediately. And others are like information gathering, like they just want to learn about it, price shopping or whatever. So yes, there's 10,000 people looking for heating and cooling, but to me, that's too broad of a search to know that those people are actually looking for us.
Yeah.
You know, HVAC, that could be people looking for services. That could be people who heard the term HVAC and don't even know what it means. That could be the people that are looking for jobs. And that's something I see constantly in a lot of my search volume. I'll see these search terms that it's obvious that people are looking for jobs. It might be that they have jobs on the end or something in the wording, but air conditioner, heat, you know, that could be someone looking for the Miami Heat score, you know.
Right.
So for that reason, I like to just kind of I like to delete everything above what looks like the most valuable top. And I would say in this case, air conditioning service, because our offer includes air conditioning, right?
Right. Yeah. It's the offer is target home HVAC units only. This campaign does not accept auto HVAC inquiries. Highlight the importance of staying healthy and happy in your home. Use the prospect of a good heating system to escape from the cold, or air conditioning to stay cool in the heat, or good ventilation for customers and their families. So yeah.
Okay. Well then, AC repair. I don't know about you, but when I hear people say AC, it's more in a vehicle context. This is just me thinking about these search terms, like, you know, like in your car, how it has AC, like as a
Yeah.
button.
Uh-huh.
Air conditioning service to me, like, and this is where it becomes an art, you know, and decision making based off of experience or whatever. I would say we delete these top 7. Darren might
Uh-huh.
have a different way of thinking about it. What are your thoughts on? I mean,
I
that
agree.
AC repair is like too broad,
Yeah, I agree.
so I'm just gonna straight up delete those, um, which changes our little graphic stuff here. And then air conditioning service, air conditioning repair, AC repair near me. That one right there is like that one jumps out to me. AC repair near me, because near me is a great
Yeah.
search term for anything. Um, Air conditioning installation. Here's HVAC repair.
Yeah. Just
You
straight
know,
up.
that's just straight like these are the people that we want, you know, to call our phone number.
Yeah.
Uh, and then, you know, so if we come down here, like we can see the bid amounts, and that shows you, that's a good indication of how competitive it is, because the higher they're willing to pay for it, the more they're going after it. And
Right.
then quickly you get down to, see, here's one that's $49, but there's only 100 searches a month for it. And someone might have figured out how to like super monetize that, you know, there's 100 searches if they're
Yeah.
ranking the top. And then if
Uh,
you scroll down more, you'll see where my values start populating. So we've got 241 that people are spending over $1. And then all this other stuff is stuff to consider, but you also want to consider how much effort to go after
right.
the volume and the, you know, the value, the SEO value. This column right here. Okay, so so there's the initial keyword research. Let me save this. We'll throw it in that Google Drive and have a link to it for anybody viewing that wants to dig deeper into it.
Okay.
What do you think is next on the? Do we want to take a few of these and look at
Yeah.
what's ranking?
Yeah. Let's go for
Uh,
it.
do we want to just go straight up for HVAC repair?
Yeah. HVAC repair.
And I'm gonna throw
Cleveland.
Cleveland, Ohio on there just to kind of see.
Mm-hmm.
We got us a map pack, and then we've got Home Advisor, and I'm also looking at these bolded words too. So furnace is a word that Google's associating with this, so that's like a word we probably want to put on our page.
Okay.
Uh,
I'll
and
put
then
that.
so we've got our Home Advisor. Home Advisor has the top 2. Then we have Angie's List. Then we have Yelp. Then we have 1hourcleveland.com. And this could easily be someone who is using the same compensation channel that we're going to be using. 1hourcleveland.com. Let's just see what's going on here. Look at this. 24/7 HVAC emergency service. Request an appointment. He's got some embedded videos.
Yeah, I think that's a company.
Okay, yeah, they have a Cleveland address.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a local company ranking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we have another local company ranking 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Those all look like local,
Yep,
actual local businesses. So,
which is a good thing.
yeah. And that I got to give them some props on these landing pages look nice and look like they would have a good conversion rate on them too.
Which would explain why these are targeted zips.
Yeah, why they're
Yep.
interested in getting calls from these zip codes, because there's actual competition in the space.
Yeah.
All right. Wait, that's a 440. Is that the area code for them?
Yeah, 4413. That works.
There's 216. 216.
That's your phone number.
Yeah, I was just kind of just out of personal interest. Okay, so 440 is another area. 216 and 216. Ah, see, this is an awesome, like for a local business, that's awesome, like showing your actual people, because then it's like people don't think, oh, this is just a call in lead generation service, right?
Yeah. Go figure, right?
Yeah, no kidding. So what are you thinking? We go after this? Are you seeing
why not, man? I like let's play with them.
Yeah.
It's a world we can roll in, man.
Cool. So page 1 is dominated. The top 5 spots are by local directories or national directories. The top 4 spots.
Yeah.
And then after that, it's all local companies. Let's take a look at page 2.
Something I'm noticing though is the when you look at the national stuff, they all are best. See all the modifier?
Let me pop back. Aha. Dude, good catch. So if we optimize for best, what my question is, do you think we could be right here after these directories just before these local?
Yeah, why not?
So we want to optimize for best, huh?
Yeah, looks like it, man.
We'll see how the results change.
The search engine results page.
Yelp, Home Advisors, Angie's List. Boom.
There you go.
There's the first local person. There's a news.
Yep.
Porch. What is it? This is another. Do you know that directory? I'm not familiar with that one.
Yeah.
Let me look at it, see if it looks familiar to me.
Yeah, see.
Yeah. Okay, so that's just a straight up direct. That's one of the sites we looked at.
Uh-huh.
So just straight up directory there. Oh, let me close some of these. And then that looks like, so on the first page for best, there's 2 that are like actual local businesses. Everything else is directory websites outside of this local news So this has like what looks more appealing to you, going after the best or without the best? Because without the best has more local and less directory.
Yeah.
I think we go after both.
Yeah, I do too. I mean, honestly, yeah. I mean, because I saw that and I was like, okay, best. And I'm wondering how difficult best is to rank for. Best Cleveland HVC.
What about furnace repair? So, man, we might need to just start like doing all of our investigation regular and with best on the front.
Mm-hmm.
Home advisor, local, directory, local, directory, local. So that's another. I think this is our second, the furnace repair, mainly because it's October. So
Yeah.
if we look at the other ones, like, I don't think now is the best time to launch an air conditioning repair campaign. I mean, maybe it is. Maybe now is the best if you want it to be valuable in 5 months. But
yeah.
all right, so this is a best furnace repair, Cleveland, Ohio.
Yeah.
Home advisor, Thumbtack, local, Angie's List, Yelp, Yellow Pages, local.
Yeah. And honestly, I think that to look at doing a best campaign, doing the best AC is that's a good post to probably put out there. That way it ages over the winter time. So when things do start to get warm, we're already sitting there with the top. So
Yep.
just a thought.
I like it. That gives us copy. I'm putting this in our little show notes. So right now we have paste it. Okay. I guess I could share my screen just to kind of
Show notes. That's cool.
See what so you know what I'm up to. Okay, so here are like top two, but we also want to optimize for best on these two as well, and we're going to treat those as completely separate. So talking about, I guess now we're getting into kind of our strategy approach. We'll do the index or homepage will be so the thing that I guess the takeaway is, you want every page to have one targeted keyword,
right,
and avoid keyword cannibalization wherever possible. So the index page, the home page, is going to be well, we've got to decide, is that going to be optimized for some kind of brand, like whatever the domain is?
Yeah. And I think that the we have the domain as some sort of an exact match for HVAC.
And man, you know what? This might have, I don't know if this is the conversation we were having, or I think it was last week. It was talking about, if you've got a local business, then using your home page to brand on a state level. So then your pages could be on city level and not keyword cannibalize each other. Was that what we were talking about last week?
Yeah, we were talking about that, and I know we had test results that we were talking about the difference between best and just the regular, and how best best is the type of modifier that takes us into a new level of a search.
Yeah. So many conversations.
SEO.
I'm putting this in for time being. If we decide we need to add Cleveland, Ohio, or Cleveland, OH, or whatever to these slugs, then
Okay, cool. I'm gonna make me some more coffee, man. So just bear with, That's if I'm
all right,
quiet, that's what's going on.
all right, cool. And I can't. This is where I like looking at the Quora results, because then I can quickly see a summary level of the URLs and the wording and the title. I guess we can look at it the old fashioned way. And
What's Quora? So for those of us, those in the
yeah,
world that have no idea.
it's a SEO research tool, and I hate to run it while we're live because it takes all my computer's capability for about it takes like 3 to 5 minutes to run a report, but there's a good minute and a half, 2 minutes in there where my computer's not doing anything else except focusing on Quora. So um, I'll run these reports. Man, I hate doing anything off air because I don't want to like skip something, but
Well, I think just
we don't need a core report for what I'm talking about though.
yeah.
Here's okay. So here's best furnace repair Cleveland, Ohio, and we're oh, we can kind of see it in the bottom. All right, so these directory sites are the directory sites, and unless we're looking to build out a directory, then here's what I'm looking at. If you look down here, you're gonna see the bottom left hand corner. You're gonna see the actual URL. So for these local sites, it's the home page for this first one, and then it's the homepage for the second one. It's the homepage for the third one. And I'm looking at the local guys that are ranking for this. And the reason I'm interested in that is, do they have whatever.com/furnace repair Cleveland, Ohio, or furnace repair or anything in the URL? And they don't. Here again, I took out best, but we're looking at furnace repair Cleveland, Ohio. And so we've got a directory, and then we've got homepage of a local guy, directory, homepage of a local thing. And with this being so competitive of a market, I'm surprised these local guys don't have URLs targeted towards these search terms.
Yeah.
But whatever.
Yeah, you'll find that that's what happens, and I've noticed as well.
Man, this is I think this is one that I'd like to go after right there.
Mm-hmm. As a domain name,
as a whatever.com slash I don't like the I guess my question is do we put the where am I? No, I want to go. Oh, here. Okay. Um I'm wondering if do we put Cleveland, Ohio in the URL or not? We do?
why not, man? I mean, why not? So it'd be Cleveland, automatic Cleveland first repair. So yeah,
Here's okay, here's like
yeah. So yeah, give me an example.
copy. Oh man, I'm gonna get better at this with every show. I put bet. No, I didn't put best in that. All right. So this is what I'm interested in. That's that one right there. This would have best in the front of it. Like that.
Okay.
That could be money right there.
Yeah.
HVAC repair, Cleveland, Ohio. I'm wondering how long, like, how long it'd take to pop that into the first page.
I think it will probably happen fairly quickly.
Yeah, at least they would at least start testing it pretty quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Like Google will start testing it up there. All right. So, do you have a domain that we can pop these on, or do we need to get one?
We need to get one. We need to get one for this. So let's think of something.
All right. So
AC man. Yeah, AC man. I know I'm very creative when it comes to stuff like that, man.
well, I mean, I guess the question is, do we want to put any of these? Do we want HVAC in there at all, or
Mr.
do we want it? Do we want Cleveland in there at all in the domain, or
No, because imagine let's say for instance we want to expand outside of Cleveland.
Yep.
We can take the site outside of Cleveland too, with just because remember we're ranking an individual page and not the entire site.
So then, do we just pick a straight up brand like
yeah,
your guy, your your helpful buddy guy?
Like, I have a site that's a my guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm looking at I'm on.
Well, we can. I think we just like grab something that's very. It kind of, I mean, like 3 words that aren't being used anywhere else, so we can just go ahead and claim that as the brand in the eyes of Google.
Yep.
All right, I got my camera on, so I can log into my domain account and.
Okay, here's one, MrHVACguys.com.
That's got HVAC in the domain, though. Do you want to put that in there?
Yeah, MrHVACguy.com. What do you think?
Like you already have that, or
no?
It's available?
I'm just looking and I found one that's available. MrHVACguy.com.
That's got HVAC in the primary domain, though. Is that a pro or a con? I mean, it's a pro for this particular thing, but if we're going to extend it out and put more click per call offers on there,
yeah, I'd like to just keep them because domains are so cheap.
Oh, that's a whole other thing, man. I'm sitting on all kind. That's a whole drop the strap story. It was a domain I'd been sitting on for years and just used it.
So do you? I mean, do you say is it pro or con? What are you thinking? Kind of what's your thought process around that?
Yeah, well, I'm just thinking like 3 words together that we could, brand, that we could like let Google know it's a brand.
Mm-hmm.
That's not limiting in geographic. It doesn't say Cleveland, doesn't say Ohio, it doesn't say anything that narrows the audience. Right. So, or no, it doesn't narrow the audience or narrow the
scope of service.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
because like one of those things you had was like a psychic. So if somebody falls on a psychic reading and it's myhvacguy.com/psychic readings near you.
Yeah, we don't have to worry about that. Yeah.
Well, we don't have to worry about it yet, but it's something that, okay. So here's the thing. Like if we're going to spin up a site a week, which could actually be a reality once we, go through this stuff enough times, or like in an hour block, spinning up a site. Then like in this case, if we were doing sites every week, in this case, I would say go ahead and snag the thing with HVAC in the title, because it's like, this is for the HVAC offer. And then next week, if we're doing the psychic call in, then we could snag a domain with the psychic thing. But if we're thinking that this is going to grow to a directory site where we're going to put it in different cities and put it in different things, then we need to avoid any like keyword of HVAC. So I say I'm completely deferring to you on this one, because we're doing this underneath your phone ring account, so you can decide what the future holds for.
I like Mr. HVAC Guy because we can go Mr. HVAC Guy /Cleveland dash furnace dash dash repair, Mr. HVAC guy / Indianapolis dash furnace dash repair, Mr. HVAC guy.com. So yeah, this is
You better buy it in case we have.
yeah.
Oh no, we're okay. I just looked in the analytics. We have 0 viewers. We're okay.
All right. Yeah. Like, whoa, yeah, let me go and grab it now, man. So front runners.
I guess I could have tweeted out that we're live or something instead of. I think the subscribers to Drop the Strap do get a notification if they've elected to receive one.
We're gonna cut this up and show it like in and show it kind of how break it up into different sections.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, I think we leave it like in the long form, but we'll just in the description give little timestamp hyperlinks.
Okay.
I don't know, man. Actually, I think we just leave it out there, and
okay.
Yeah. now that I'm like, I don't want to be the one that has to like process all that stuff after a show's off. So unless you just want to do it, or we at some point we get somebody to do it, get our show intern or whoever the like.
It's funny. I think actually I got somebody that can take care of it.
So, I don't know if you listen to Joe Rogan, but it's like, like a buddy of mine's always making the joke about having somebody just available to Google stuff for you, like Joe Rogan does on his show. Like, Jamie, look up da 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 da.
Yeah, go ahead and Google that. All right, so we got the domain.
Awesome. All right, so how quickly do you think you can? Well, we can just do the content now. We don't have to like publish it to the page yet.
Right. So how much longer did you want to go? Because you said you got a call at what time?
I've got a possible. Let's see.
Because to be honest, I'd like to go maybe till 1 my time.
Is that in 10 minutes?
Yeah.
Okay, man, this is actually probably a pretty good breaking point. If you've got the domain, let's see. Let's just kind of all right, so we did we talked coffee, and then we looked at offers, and then we decided on an offer, then we looked at ranking for the offer, and then we determine what are search terms, and we bought a domain.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. So let's talk about next week's show. I guess next week's episode.
Episode 2. All right. So the thing that I think, do we want to use pop for?
Yeah. Why not?
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. Isn't there a competition going on right now with pop?
Yeah. And dude, I was popping some stuff yesterday. And I think there's some cases where pop is definitely more beneficial than Quora when it comes to a starting point.
Yeah.
I can explain that, like, huh?
What's pop for those out there in the world that don't know?
Yeah, Page Optimizer Pro is what you do is you put in. All right, so in a quick let's see, we got 9 minutes. So in a quick summary, when we're looking at those search results, we see us as when the approach is blending in instead of convincing Google to rank something different. How do we blend into what's ranking already? It'll be way easier for us to look like one of those local guys than it is for us to look like a Yelp or a TripAdvisor or Angie's List. So with Pop, we can take the top 10 ranking websites that look most like us, or that we can most look like overnight. And then Pop analyzes like word counts and header tags and exact match and partial match keywords and kicks out a little summary report for us to follow. Mm-hmm. And then we know, like, okay, we need this content for the first page that we want to shoot up there. And so we'll start with grabbing the top 10 here. Oh, let me make some notes here. All right, so we're going to start with grabbing top 10 sites to pop. And we need, just so you know, we have to have a domain live to get that, to run that report, Darren.
Right. Yeah.
So
I'll get it. I'll put it on the hosting account and, you know, and get it up and running.
Okay. So WordPress site live. And then we're going to grab 10 sites to pop. And then we are going to take the information from that pop and create the content rank. And then we'll publish. So just so you know, Darren, like we're going to pop the top 10 rankings for HVAC repair Cleveland, Ohio, or Cleveland OH. And then it's going to tell us how many words, it's going to tell us how many header tags and all that stuff. Then we'll update that page. So whatever.com/HVAC repair Cleveland OH. We'll update that page. We can pop it again to kind of get a, how do we tweak it to be better optimized to meet those 10. But then we'll and then we'll and that's when we'll tell Google to index the page after we've popped it once or twice.
Right.
And all that will make a whole lot more sense when you're watching it on a screen share than it did just then when I ran through it. And yeah, man, so we've been going, well, we started at 10:30. So we went an hour and a half. Not bad.
That's good, man.
Cool.
All right.
And maybe we'll have our own channel for this show next week too.
Yeah, we will. We will. All right, so I'm actually setting up the hosting account right now for.
Okay, awesome. And hey, I might have my own Ring Partners account next week too, so we could start some additional experiments.
There you go, man.
All right, well, I'll go ahead and shut off the broadcast now, but stay on for just a second, Darren, so we can chat.